So the other day, I was chilling, vibing on Reddit, and I was scrolling through my subreddit specifically, and someone made a post that stood out to me. So here it is. This was the post. Some person named Gami goes ahead and makes a post quote tweeting someone named Xavier's Online. Cool dude, by the way. Chill dude. I like Xavier's Online. When has Gami been the most correct about anything? Keck W. True, this person is a dumb fuck, I have learned. And this person quote tweets Xavier's Online saying, when has Xander made any positive contribution outside of ripping tweets and repeating Vosh talking points? Then 3 skulls. That's how you know they're a boomer, because they use emojis like that. And then, guess what? The star of the show, Kalvin Garrah, responds. One time, Xander made a video called Kalvin Garrah Doesn't Understand Gender Dysphoria, and IDK, bruh, something doesn't sit right with me about a cis person who claims to be an ally, writing out something like that. Whew. So, for starters, I don't know if you guys are aware, but I am not Xavier's Online, and Xavier's Online is not me. We are not the same person. We just are not the same person. We are 2 different people. However, now Gami this person here claimed that it was a typo. Pretty, you know that they just misread it and read it as Xander's. You know, they're lying about the typo thing. Let's be real here. Especially with how specific these arguments are towards me. You know, like everybody who hates me calls me like a Vosh clone or ripping off Vosh talking points, whatever. So you know they're referring to me. And then even Kalvin Garrah didn't know better than that wasn't me. Now, I have right here the actual original tweet. Here it is. Now, Kalvin proceeded to be corrected by quite a few people that it wasn't me, and then proceeded to get ratioed in the comments. Kalvin Garrah is literally a there are only 2 genders guy. Do you think people like that would be called out for being wrong? Or should be called out for being wrong? And, yeah, basically ratioed Kalvin. This person says that Kalvin is pro-NB, but I don't know. So here's Gami called someone a Han, which is a transphobic slur. I know that because I moderated for some of ContraPoints' live streams. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This Gami person, from what I can see, is a piece of shit. I had them blocked for a reason. Like, I've had them blocked for seemingly a while. I don't know if this person's like a DGGer or something. I'm pretty sure they're a DGGer, but they're also kind of a piece of shit. If you go over their where can we see their bio? Come on, there it is. Anti-fascist radlib content creator, adult human female XX, brunch-loving social fascist disabled, 19, aka some person with a lot of T's in their names, partisan Democrat. So this comes off to me as like the political beliefs of this person. Either they're trolling in their bio, which they very well could be, or if this is serious, then they're like a really hardcore, like wine mom turfy kind of Democrat, you know, like a very, you know, like wine mom turfy type, you know, something like my mom would kind of be similar politics to this person. Like, she's progressive, she votes Democrat, doesn't like Trump, but probably kind of turfy. She's trans, Zan. What does that have to do with anything? What? Why? What does her being trans have to do with any of this? It's completely unrelated. Are you saying that she can't be transphobic or turfy because she's... Oh, you called her a turf... Would you call... There are trans people who are TERFs. You know that, right? That say being trans is degenerate and awful, but they're trans anyway? I guess we'll say true scum, regardless. True scum is more accurate. Yeah. That's the meme I get. Maybe she's joking. I don't know. I don't care, though. Clearly, they have Xan derangement syndrome. But I want to focus more so on Kalvin's post here. You know, I am not Kalvin Garrah, 20... MD pre-law plus psych student. It's Kalvin Garrah, let's be honest. So yeah, we got Kalvin Garrah here, who I have more followers than on Twitter. I've got several magnitudes more followers than on Twitter. Just saying, just pointing that out there. Now, me and Kalvin Garrah's relationship is a little complicated. So the first time I ever really heard of Kalvin Garrah was around the same time I started getting into political live streaming content. And as many of you guys know, I started covering politics far before I was even very competent at it, frankly. Like, seriously, go back to my early content, and it is just not great. It really isn't great at all. I was really bad at covering videos back in the day. I was not good at it. If we go all the way back in time on my channel here, I can see if I can find it. It should be around here somewhere, I think. Right here. 24,000 views. Oh, and look, I like my own video too. Always like your own video. Always make sure you're the first person to like your video, as you should. Why would you put the video out if you don't like it? You know, it's all is fair game in love and war. So I put out this video on September 12th, 2019. 24,000 views. Very nice. Kalvin Garrah doesn't understand gender dysphoria. And this was around the time that I first started talking about, that I first learned about Kalvin Garrah and started talking about him. And now, oh, boy, look at that. Wow! Zan! You didn't know what you were going to be. You didn't know what you would become. Look at this little fucking nerd down here. I would have beat this nerd up. Current me would have beat this little shit up. Day one. No beard, by the way. This is when, you know, not having a haircut in a while, a fucking green screen. Dude, the green screen was the worst idea I ever had. If you ever think about streaming, please throw the idea of a green screen out of the way. Yeah, and my camera's, like, lighting and balancing made me look sick. Like I had tuberculosis or meningitis or whatever. I have no idea. Anyway, all out of the way. I was actually responding to Kalvin's video in which he was bullying Brennan Beckwith, accusing them of not having dysphoria because Kalvin Garrah didn't believe in non-binary people at the time. So I make a video in which I respond to him, and while my rhetoric might not have been the best, and maybe current day I wouldn't make for one, this title was awful. Not because it's, like, inappropriate or mean or, like, taking away the ability, like, saying a trans person doesn't understand gender dysphoria. That's not why I hate this title. This title could have been optimized so much better. Current day me would have called this Kalvin Garrah bullies a trans person or I don't know. I would have had a much catchier title. Regardless, though, Kalvin didn't like this video, and this was my first ever coming to an intersection with Kalvin Garrah, and he got pretty upset about this video. I think he, like, shit stirred about it on Twitter a little bit, and oh, wow, look at me right there. Wow. Why did any of you watch me? Wait, none of you do watch. I don't... Rave Dubin, I think they still watch my videos. Who is this? Wormnoid? Doot? Jake Bees? But who are these people? Another Ancom? I haven't seen any of these people in years. Regardless, Kalvin got pretty upset about this. He got pretty damn mad. So with that said, every conversation since I made that video that I've had with Kalvin has always brought up this video where I said I don't understand gender dysphoria, and he always goes to, it doesn't sit right with me about a cis person who claims to be an ally writing out someone like that. So, or like writing out his opinion or whatever. So I want to go over this because it's so fucking annoying. It really, really is. For starters, this is peak cringy id poll. Now I understand that you probably understand gender dysphoria in a very different way than I would, right? Because you're actually trans, you actually experience that. And I'm cisgendered, so I don't. However, I've done a fair amount of research on this, and I feel as though, from the outside looking in, I understand it pretty well. Just having gender dysphoria doesn't inherently make it so you understand gender dysphoria on a sociological and scientific level. It may increase your likelihood of understanding it, but not necessarily guaranteeing it, right? I think this argument Calvin's made is peak, absolute peak identity politics, and I think it's cringe. Of course, calling me out as a cis person and saying, oh, they're trans. And then finally, the who claims to be an ally thing. Please do not call me a trans ally. I hate that word. I don't do the, I'm not like I don't call myself an ally. I just advocate for what I believe is right because it's my job and I generally enjoy doing it. You know what it feels like? It's like saying I'm a trans ally feels like if you're like a 40-year-old white woman who has like the BLM patch on her purse saying, I am the queen of black people because I have ACAB and BLM on my little stitched on my little jacket. It feels so self-aggrandizing. It puts me off. It really, really does. I never call myself like an ally or whatever, you know? So with that said, big miss from Kalvin here, from who he was directing this criticism at on Twitter here, all the way to the arguments being made. Very embarrassing, Kalvin. Very embarrassing. And it's sad, too, because I'd like to say I've been pretty, like, understanding with Kalvin. I got into a ton of drama, like, months ago. Riley got into it a lot harder than I did, but I was not quite as defensive of Kalvin as Riley was. Of trying to appeal to the broader left that, hey, if Kalvin does make an effort to try to change his behavior online, then he probably shouldn't be permanently exiled from the left no matter what he does. And I got like a ton of shit for this. I've never said this about any other person who I disagree with, that we should give them a chance if they decide to change their opinions, because I think Kalvin's heart is generally in the right place. He's just a bit stubborn and misled. But even after getting all that shit, he still keeps bringing up this argument, and it's so fucking annoying. It's unbelievable hearing someone who's in the past called non-binary people transgender SJWs, but then to engage in the same kind of SJW identity politics argument that he would have made fun of me for making in any other context, you know? Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. It's very weird to me that he would, like, hold on to this for so long, especially against me of all people, because I haven't really done anything to him. I imagine the person who he should be upset at right now would probably be Cops Hate Mo, because Cops Hate Mo has more or less single-handedly, maybe? I don't know if I'd go that far, but close enough, destroyed Kalvin's reputation in the trans community. Like, Kalvin was getting so much shit for the Brennan thing and other stuff as well after Mo's videos that he just fucking left the internet, you know, and just stopped uploading or being active online. And I'd say that's pretty fucking crazy, you know? It's pretty impressive to be able to make a large YouTuber go into hiding with how good of an exposed video you made on them. That's long and short of it. He probably associates Cops Hate Mo with you, Zan. I don't even talk to Mo all that much. I'm closer to Riley than I am to Mo, or at least I was. Anyway, though, that's basically all there is to say. Well, hey, if you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, all those things. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to support me financially, you can either donate, subscribe, or gift a subscription to my website, xanderhall.com/live. You can also hit the join button on YouTube to become a channel member, or super chat to donate through YouTube. And of course, you can also sub or prime sub for free once a month on Twitch, which is always very appreciated. Your financial support is what lets me keep doing this for a living. Without you guys, I would be in the wagey cagey, and it would be a sad day. But regardless, you guys have been very supportive. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.